Hey fellow gamers, it's Cozy Mel here with another Palia video for you. If you've been gardening at all, the way that I have, then you have probably come across a mask. And it is a kind of random quest when you are tilling. So you might be tilling your garden some morning and dig up a mask. And the mask should be shown to Gina. Gina is the first character that you met when you got to Palia. So in case you're brand new, Gina is the very first character you met, and she and Hecla hang out by a tent up near the Mirror Pond ruins. And you want to go talk to her about this mask, and she will ask you to find more masks. And as you find each mask, you will have to go talk to her again in between each one, and she'll give you a little bit more history about them. So we're going to go ahead and leave our farming plot and our beautiful garden that never seems to stop giving us things to do. Sometimes you find a fragment of a key, sometimes you find a fragment of some sort of a antique vase or something, in this case we found a mask. So we're going to see if we can hustle up Gina, see what location she's at, and I'll show you on the map. So right now you can see over here where I'm circling, this is Hecla and Gina. They walk together. Sometimes you can't see Gina, and that just means that her little circle is right underneath Hecla's. But as you can see, they're over near the farm right now, and they're walking towards Kilima Village, because at this time of the evening, they tend to go to Kilima Village every single day and stand at the library. Hecla will be out front of the library, and Gina will be inside the library, usually every day from around 4 to 5 o'clock game time until even 10 o'clock at night game time. So we will, I've already done this, but we will pretend that you went and talked to Gina, and she tells you that she's wondering if it's possibly something religious, some sort of mass that's super important from 10,000 years ago, ancient times. And she wants you to go find another one so that she can think about it and try to do some research. So to find the second mask, you're going to go to the Remembrance Garden. Depending on how long you've been playing, this quest can get a little tricky at the end, because after you have shown Gina each of the masks, she will need you to look up a book, and the book will be in the ancient library. Now, it may turn out that you don't yet have a key to get into the ancient library, because that is another quest. But you can finish it all the way up to that point. And then you may end up having to wait, because the quest for these masks came out after most of us had already done that. Okay, right here is the Remembrance Garden. If you go up in there, there's those statues, kind of like tombstones and things. And if you turn to the right, there are some ruins over here of human civilization. And hidden in these ruins, just about right here, where these yellow flowers are, there'll be a little mound of dirt. And if you dig it up, yeah, just right where you see this little mark on the map indicating ruins, And here's the Remembrance Garden. So if you are right here, you will find it. And there will be a mask. And you can look on your map and see Gina. Here's Gina right here. They walk a little bit slowly because people stop all the time to talk to Gina. So sometimes it can take Gina an hour to get from Mirror Pond to the library because people are always stopping her to talk to her. So let's pretend you went and talked to Gina and she said, "Oh, this is, so interesting. I think we're onto something big. Go find me another mask." Okay, so the next mask is going to be found out east of town. Now, this will be the Whispering Hills area. You can very easily walk out there for absolutely free. But at this point in the game, this this is my very first character ever that I started in closed beta. And she's, been around in the game so long that she has quite a bit of money. So she tends to travel by board. So she's lazy. So she'll go to the board and she will click on Whispering Banks and pay the gold to go to Whispering Banks. But I will show you on the map where it is. Once you get out here to the Whispering Banks sign, here we are. So let's zoom out. Here's Kilima Village, almost directly straight east of it. And your road right here that dead ends, that's where we're going to find your spot. So I'll go there now so you can see it. These are the ruins that you're looking for. And if you're a new player, I will tell you, on top of this, the standing ruin right in front of me, up on top of the front part that sticks out to the right there will be a treasure chest that you can get, but you have to have your glider. So once you have your glider, you go up on top of that cliff, the cliff I'm looking at right now by that big tree. You go up on that cliff and jump and glide down all the way over here and land on top of this little piece of ruin, and you'll get a treasure chest. So that's just a little secret for you. Okay, let's see. If we look on our map, we can see that right where this road ends, right where I'm standing, that's where you're going to find your mound of dirt. And you will find another mask. And then you're going to look on your map and look for Gina. And she's right here because she's walking to the library, which is right here. So she will be in the library about this time of day. So it'll be easy to go find her. Other times of the day, if you happen to be looking for Gina, she is very often up here at the Mirror Pond Ruins. She stands, squats right in this area. And she is, doing some archaeology. And this is her tent area. And so she and Hecla live in a tent here. And so sometimes in the middle of the night, maybe, I don't know, midnight, 3 a.m., something, she'll be in her tent. And you'd have to talk to her through the walls of her tent. And then sometimes she goes in the library, which is behind their tent, sort of. And sometimes she'll be in the vault where our bundles are, and that's right here. So this is just some extra information for you when it comes to finding Gina. Here's her running, stomping grounds right here. And then every day around 4 o'clock, she goes to the Kilima Village and she goes to the library to do research. So she'll be right here for about 5 hours. Kilima hours, Palian hours. So that's how that goes. Now we're going to go up here to the mirror fields because that's where our next pile of dirt is after we talk to Gina. So in this instance, to save time in the video, well, I am going to pick this mushroom. I always pick mushrooms because I put them in my worm machine. If you have a worm machine that makes worms for fishing and more importantly, even fertilizer for your garden, always pick up mushrooms because they're free and you can stick them in there. And those are the money makers. Okay, Mirror Fields is on the travel list, so I'm going to spend some money and travel up there. But I will show you if you walked, you were way over here and you walked all the way across the map to this area right here. And you just passed Kilima Village on your way. Okay? Now we're going to go right here by this big tree where these ruins are. Circle, circle, circle. See where my pointer is? Okay, that's where we're going to go. So we'll just take a little walk up this hill, and then it's kind of next to a big tree that you cannot cut down. So right in this area, so you'll have to just look a little bit, but right in this area, you will see another little mound of dirt. And you dig it up and you will have another mask, okay? And once again, I know it's tedious, but you cannot go get all the masks and then go to Gina. It doesn't work that way. You have to go back and forth. So once again, she's still in the library right now. You can see there's Gina right there. So that little sweetheart is doing her studying and researching, and she's still in the library. So you would go back and find her wherever she's at on the map and talk to her again. And she'll tell you to yet again find another one. This one's close enough that I won't waste too much of your time if we just walk to it, I think. I have a really hard time passing up Choppa, even though I have no need for Choppa fur. Choppa meat I put in my worm machines, but and Cernuck as well. I love to hunt. It's my favorite thing to do in the game. I have to tell people honestly, if I want to get anything else done in this game, I have to leave my arrows at home. If I have arrows with me, I'll start hunting and then I'll go one animal after another and I won't get anything done. So we are going up here to where you were born, where you first entered the world. And I'll show that to you on the map. This is Phoenix Falls. And right here across this bridge, this is where you were first born. And if you have your glider, you've already done this quest. If you don't have your glider yet, that's possibly because you have not done this quest. That opens the door over here for the secret area behind Phoenix Falls. So if you turned right here, this is where you were born. This is where you came into Palia. But if you keep going past that, even deeper, you will find this golden door that goes to the back, and this is where you found your first temple, the Water Temple. So you enter these ruins. You do this really early in the game. It's a quest line with Gina. If you haven't done it, then you won't be able to go ahead and do the other mask right now. You'll have to wait until you've opened this area up. But hopefully you won't dig up the mask in your garden until after you have opened this area. Okay, so the final mask that you have to locate is right here. It will be right here on the ground. There is no map for this, so I'll just walk around the area right here where I'm just kicking up some dust, okay? So the water temple is over there. That's the one you fly to on your glider. The statue with no head right here. The steps to go back right here, and right here is where you will find your mask, okay? So once you have found that mask, I'm sure you can guess what you're going to do. You are gonna go find Gina. And you will show it to Gina, and she will be fairly convinced by this point in time that you have made a gigantic discovery. Now, this video is all spoilers. It's full of spoilers. You would not be watching this video if you cared about spoilers. But I will tell you that I am, kind of spoiling this quest for you. So if you don't want to know how it ends, you might want to quit the video in a minute after I show you the last place that Gina will have you go. So the very last place that Gina will have you go is the hidden library. Now, here's another um, wrinkle in this quest line. Some of you will get the mask quest, and you will not have done a separate quest completely, not the glider water temple quest, but there's a separate quest you will do from digging up keys in the world. And it will eventually end with you opening this library. It's an ancient area of study. So this happens to low-level characters all the time. And so, when it comes to that, you would just have to you can put the quest away for a little bit if you'd like to. I can show you how to do that. If you push I, if the quest is on your board and you don't want to look at it anymore because you can't finish it right now, you don't get rid of it or throw it away. But what you can do is it will have a X right here. All my quests are completed, but if it's not completed, it will have an X right here that makes it show up on your board. You can click on that and it will undo the X, and then it will move down to the unshown area, the quest where the place where they keep unshown quests, and then it won't show up on your screen anymore until you want to check mark it and get it back. So anytime you can go click on the X again, and it will bring it back onto your screen, and you can go ahead and finish the quest. And when you can do that, you will be going in here, and this is the library. And I want to say it's a right turn, and then down the hallway. Oh, I just missed it. And another right turn. So you will come into this area, and I believe the book is up in here somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but that might be it. There it is. Okay. So when you find this, it's an ancient play, Bill, and it's telling who is in a play, and the play is Kitsu's first song. And then you will see that these people that we don't know from 10,000 years ago are putting on a play, and these are actors and actresses, and these are the characters they are playing. And to play these characters, they have to wear masks. So you just spent all this time finding masks from a play. Oh, goodness. So once again, you will leave the library this time to go back to Gina, but once again, you will go back to Gina. And when you do, she will, express a little consternation that she was wrong and it isn't one of the great discoveries of the world. Right here, by the way, at this broken pottery and this little bucket of tools, this is where she stands quite a bit. At least a few kilometer hours every morning, she will be standing here. But you can always just pull up your map and then zoom out and then move around on your map and find her and zoom back in. And there's Gina right there. She's still in the library. So it is 10:15 p.m. in Kilima time, and Gina is still in the library. So that's an easy place to find her every evening. Anyway, she will give you a prize that's kind of fun to get, um, and something that you can use in decorating your house. So for me, it was well worth doing this silly, crazy quest that turned out to be just something funny. But anyway, that's it. So hopefully that has helped you. And you now know where all the locations are and step by step how to do it and where to go. And please like and subscribe and ring that bell so you know when my next video comes out. I hope you'll watch all my videos, although, that would take you like 30 hours. But you know what? I would love it if you did. And if you liked and subscribed, and I will see you in the next one.